Welcome back, you listeners and viewers. I'm your host SK, and this is your.
I am Ruben.
And today we're going to talk about obesity, whether obesity is genetics or not.
Yeah.
In Asia, Malaysia is top country for obesity. If I'm not mistaken, number one.
I mean, if you go outside and walk around itself, you know, like, how many people big size, fat, and all that stuff.
So whenever,
Statistic
yeah, yeah,
and
it's 36 is right. Somehow it's right, and obesity can lead to a lot of diseases, heart attacks, cardiac arrest, what are metabolic diseases like even causing kidney failure, all stuff you can cause
yeah,
that actually. Yeah,
there's a lot of there's a lot of issues that come with obesity itself.
yeah, obviously.
It is not just like heart problem is the biggest thing.
Yeah, heart
Not
problem.
just like if the bigger you get, the more fatter, in fact, or
Mm.
either ways, your heart is not able to pump enough to sustain your body, which is why you have a lot of issues with your body itself.
I can we can say that also. Sometimes whenever people we look at people, uh, we tend to when they're obese, we tend to accept tell them that they are lazy, or they're not active, they're not capable of doing activities, they're not doing any kind of activities.
Yeah.
There's always been a perception where whenever you see people with obese people, we think that they are not capable of doing anything.
Yeah.
But I have seen people in futsal, people are obese people, like not obese, like quite fat, but they
Overweight,
can run
yeah.
overweight, but they can run fast. Like they can literally run fast, and their
And not
stamina
just
level is
speed,
high.
but yeah, stamina level is high. I was just about to say that stamina level is quite high. I know a
I've
lot of
seen
friends from
people.
school also.
Yeah,
Football field, the entire football field is running from one corner to the other. No bloody reason.
or maybe their lung capacity is like really good. If I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken, their lung capacity is quite good, and then their endurance level is good. So is it then genetic? Partially, yes, it can be a genetic
Yes.
thing actually. Why we say genetic? Let's say, for example, if I had a twin, he and me, if we ate same food, same activity level, everything same, but there is a okay genetically same lah. Let's say genetically same, so we will be like obviously like we have the same body structure. On other side, I'm I have a twin. That twin is not the same as me. Like his DNA is quite different. His metabolism is quite different, and mine is different. Even if we ate the same amount of food, activity level same, he might look different. He might have higher body fat percentage compared to me.
Yes.
So it can happen actually. This happened in my family itself. Like my brother, recently I posted one post about my brother. That I and my brother, even though grew up in the same environment, same kind of food, we grew up. We go to a football field at the same time every single day. Like
Hmm.
we started around 9, 10 years old. We both started playing football at 9, 10 years old. We go to the field, we play hard, and then I come back, same eat, same food, same kind of activities. He still was quite overweight than me, and we had the same parent. So why
Yeah.
happened? The thing why it happened is mainly because of the BMR, metabolic rate, because he had a low metabolic rate compared to me. So I had a very high metabolic rate. So my metabolic rate is quite high compared to him. So hence, because our energy expenditure, the main contributor is the BMR, basal metabolic rate. So since that happens, so what will happen is like since I have higher BMR, even though we ate same amount of food, the calorie is still same, but his energy expenditure is less compared to mine. So
Hmm.
what happens is he gains more weight. So this is why we call it as genetic sometimes.
And the thing is, right? Okay, yeah, same activities and all that stuff. I mean, I was one of those kids.
Yeah.
Not to say I was overly active, but even in school also, during recess and all that, we'd be playing futsal only most of the time. Not exactly futsal. Like, place was actually quite small. It was inside the classroom only. But you get the idea. We were
Yeah.
always running around. We were doing pull-ups here and there, or just for the fun of it, challenging each and every one physical in a physical manner. All that said and done, I was still over 90 kilos, close, yeah, over 90 kilos, pretty much until I left school. Even after that, I was actually around 90 kilos only until I started working out in the gym, until I started following a certain diet and all that stuff.
So yeah, you obviously you can tell yourself that no, my genetic is like that, my metabolism is slow. Your BMI is slow, but your metabolism is the result of your activity. Even though your BMI just, it's like you have lower metabolic rate, but your overall metabolism is depends on your activity level. If you have higher compare, if you have a really good activity at a certain age, you're still going to blame that genetic is the cause of your obesity. No, I don't. That's not genetic. That's your own self. That's your own decision that you made the decision to be obese.
Yes.
So you
Once you
cannot.
once you reach an age where you can actually understand, okay, calories in versus calories out is all that matters,
Yeah,
and you're still overweight, that's definitely your own doing on yourself. Lah.
we all have different metabolic rate. Yes, that's true. Yeah. But the thing is, what we choose, because your hormonal activity is not in your control, obviously. But what is in your control is saying no to excess calories, working out extra, doing that workout that you don't want to do, doing things that other people are not willing to do. That's in your own uh, power. Like you can change that. Actually, you can do it. Is you not going to say that your genetic is not allowing you to get up from your bed and then do that one push-up you always wanted to do? No, that's not genetic. That's your willpower. That's your mind that doing the trick.
Yes.
Sometimes
I mean,
these yeah,
simply said, right? I, I, I earlier I said, okay, I was over 90 kilos until end of school. I only used to eat breakfast and that also light breakfast, probably oats and just a cup of oats.
yeah,
And I used to have lunch. Dinner was barely once in a while because I thought, okay, if I eat only one meal a day, what's actually going to how am I supposed to gain weight, right?
yeah,
So I just basically crash dieted.
yeah,
I just slammed the brakes, and even then I was overweight. I was massively overweight.
yeah.
So if you're going to say it's genetics or if that was mainly my stupidity because I thought, okay, I knew calories in versus calories out, but I didn't know how to do it, and I just slammed it. I would say over obesity in our time, right, bro, or our age, is mainly because we were not taught the right way since young, or at least um, the more effective way since young.
Yeah, that's true actually, because now we have a lot of resources. We have internets. The young kids have internets, like even the teenagers, like they're 12, 13, all. I'm pretty sure they know what is carry in, carry out already, because
Yes,
this is no big brainer thing. It's a very simple thermodynamics thing. You eat this, you burn that, you reduce weight. So that's like very simple thing that to understand. But when we were young, we would never have this much of information, the access to information.
that was
If you
nothing.
wanna, if you want to access internet, you have to go to cafe or in your house. Even if you have in your house, your mom will be using a telephone there, and then you cannot use internet here. You will be.
Yeah.
Have you gone through that? I've gone through that actually. Your mom will be
I
using
have, I
phone,
have.
and in your computer you cannot use internet, because that's how it is. Last time back in the days,
Yes.
very hard to find the internet connection, and now everything you have in your phone. Still, Yeah. Uh, Sometimes you are too comfortable with what you have, but you never have the gratitude.
Yes. So easily, the obesity is a big problem, but there is an easy fix to it, and that easy fix is actually educating yourself
Yeah.
since young and educating your children since young.
Now, even I did
It's
post
not to
recently
say,
the children one,
yeah,
because the habit
yeah,
is very important, because the habit
yeah.
is the hardest part. The building up the habit is the hardest part. You need to focus on building the habit. No matter what, you want to get in that workout done. That's all. End of story. That's the habit that you need to practice.
And when it comes to dieting, it's not like you have to force them to eat anything less than what they like. It's just
Yeah.
that try to focus on more nutritious food and
Mm.
try to limit their calories. I've seen people in my family lose the battle against obesity, and he's not here anymore. It's not to say that it's going to get to that extent, but why would you even allow it to go to that extent? Is what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Genetics or not, if you wanted to, even if you didn't have to reduce your calories, even if you didn't want to reduce your calories, increase your activity level.
The problem is
Increase
they
your
say
activity.
that, yeah, they say that they are eating less. Yes, I can understand that. Yes, you're eating less, but you're still
You
obese
don't
or
have
you're
any
still
activity.
gaining weight because you don't have any activity done there. Your metabolism is so slow. Your body adapts towards the metabolism that you provide. Yeah, if you have less activity, why is there for the body to burn fat as your fuel? There's no need for the body to burn for fuel if you have no activity there. You're eating a thousand calorie. You are eating a thousand calorie. That's very less food. 1,000 calorie is very less
Yes,
food, but
very
your
less.
your energy expenditure can be 1,000 calorie. So hence you are maintaining your weight. So you might not reduce weight because you need to increase the energy expenditure to 1,500, 2,000, whatever it is. You have to increase your energy expenditure. You cannot be sitting on your couch and then thinking you reduce your calories and then you will lose weight. No, it doesn't work in that way.
I mean, think of something that you like. Like, oh, if you want to go swimming also, right? I mean,
Yeah,
right now swimming cannot lah. But
obviously, yeah.
if you like swimming, do that. That is relaxing and
Yeah,
still very active. It actually burns quite a lot of calories.
you don't need to swim actually. You can just walk from one place to another place in water. That can burn a lot of calories compared to the walking on the
Yes,
ground.
because of amount of resistance from the
Water.
water itself.
Yeah, you have that
God
much of
damn.
resistance in your water. You can just walk across the pool. You'll get tired already. And obesity, I would say people are saying like you need to reduce calories. You need to no. You don't need to specifically reduce your calorie, but you need to fix your activity first. You need to increase your activity, walk more, make the body burn fuel. If you haven't started the engine for a very very long time, the piston all
Don't start.
block ready. It won't block.
Don't start.
Yeah, you you need to at least push the car so that you can jump. You can it's either you jump start or you push the car so that it can start first, and then you provide fuel. I'm sorry, I'm comparing our
Up
bodies
till
to machine, but it doesn't work in that way. But
yeah, it's pretty
somehow,
much the same thing.
yeah, pretty much the same thing actually.
It's pretty much the same thing. Even I mean, automobiles, suspension. Your leg is pretty much like suspension. And jumping and all that is not like you're. It's not like you're supposed to land straight flat on your foot and break your bones, lah. So it's the same thing.
So sometimes
Your body is
obesity
pretty
also.
much the same.
Yeah, sometimes obesity also can cause by binge eating, emotional eating, stress eating. So all these kind of things is quite hard to overcome. I can understand that, but obviously you need a specialist for this. But there are people who really specialize for you to train to control your emotional eating because binge eating. Because this one is normal, not normal. Because this one we call it as eating disorder. There's a reason why it's called as eating disorder, since because like it is a disorder. So you need to fix it. Fix it. You need a specialist advice on that. So you need to fix that first. So you if you are not doing anything about your eating habit, you are forever going to stuck in the same cycle. You're going to start working out and then you're going to stop again, you're going to binge eat again, and then you start over again. So this cycle will keep going again and again, endlessly. You will feel like you're in a loop.
Pretty much that's it.
I think Ruben knows how it feels once he starts lifting. Even during his, I think your early stages of lifting also, he was still attached. He didn't try carries or anything, but he started lifting weight first, right?
Yes, I started lifting first. Oh, the entire year I was actually just lifting weights. I didn't know
Yeah.
anything about dieting. I just thought I needed to eat more chicken. I needed more protein. That's it. After that, only when I came and asked you, bro, how to actually lose weight, bro, after this, and then you said track calories. I was like, how am I supposed to do that? And then you said, okay, go write a list of what you like, what you normally eat, and all that stuff. Bring. And then you checked and you told me, okay, do this, do this.
Because you made an effort there. Actually, if you made an effort there, and then you started there, you didn't figure it out everything, and then you start. You see, you
Right?
didn't figure out, yeah, you didn't figure out everything and then start. You start first, and then on the journey, you learn more and more.
Yes.
There's no,
You learn a lot more during the journey. You
yeah,
learn a
because
lot more.
we cannot be like, okay, I'm going to learn everything before I start, and then I'm going to start. There are clients who come, in for the consultation. They consult first, and then they will say that, bro, no, I'm going to change my eating first, and then I'll come back to you.
Yes.
I'm going to diet first and then I'll come back to you. I don't understand. Then why you came to me first at the first place? Why? If you can do it,
Uh,
you won't find me and come. There's no reason for you to do that actually. Don't do that. You are basically just lying yourself. Don't do that. Don't do that ever. You go to a consultation and then you say to a coach, okay, coach, I'm joining, but I'm going to change my food first. Let me diet first for 1 month and come. No, if you
that's
could,
so
if you,
weird,
yeah,
though.
is that so weird? If you can't do that, you would have done it very early. You are not doing that. There's a problem there. There's something problem in your routine that causing you not to do anything there. You don't have enough accountability.
I
That's
mean,
the
if you
reason.
like if you have enough, if you've already thought already, this is why I'm obese because of my eating style. Why were you still obese then?
Yeah, that's why.
Just because you know doesn't mean, or just because you think you know doesn't mean you're going to get there. Because okay, no, not bullshitting about any nutritionist and all that. You think what every nutritionist who knows how to diet is fit, has abs and has beach body and all that, is it?
No, everyone has their own problem to deal with in the nutrition and training.
Really?
Even the athletes have, I do have, you have, everyone have to find the solution for the problem. You cannot be saying that no, everyone knows what they're doing. They will, no, just in the journey you just learn by little bit by, you adjust little bit here and little bit there, and then you keep going there.
I think the biggest problem with Malaysians or even most people generally is the fact that they like a food, they like certain foods, and they tend to think that without that I'm not going to be able to do anything properly, kind of thing. Like for me personally, it's coffee. For
Mm.
me, it's coffee. For certain people, could be nasi lemak, could be Milo, all that stuff. Honestly, honestly, it's fine. It's fine. You like something, have it, but try to make it a little uh, less calorie dense. In the sense that, okay, I know that I have a problem with coffee. So what I did, instead of mixing coffee with sugar and all that stuff, I take the 3-in-1 packet, and the coffee that I'm using is 110 calories,
Hmm.
so 120 calories. So what I do is I only use 2 packs a day. So I've already eliminated 240 calories from my total calorie intake. That's it. That's it. It's fixed. I take 2 cups of coffee a day, and that's about it. I don't take any more. So I know that this is my problem, and I find a solution that does not hinder me from my diet, but still maintains the coffee intake, but keeps it in check. Do that with nasi lemak. Instead of taking 2 or 3 spoons of sambal or
Hmm.
extremely heavy amounts of chicken, because it's mostly fried or sambal only, take less sambal and maybe less rice if possible, because
Hmm.
the nasi lemak rice is extremely fatty.
Because of
But
santan.
even if you can't, ah, so try to find less calorie dense methods or ways that you can to actually eat the food that you like. You don't have to negate them completely.
Sometimes whenever I feel like I think that I take myself an example why I can be consistent in the nutrition and training, especially in nutrition, because I don't have any restriction. I don't restrict
Yeah,
a certain food in my diet. If let's say I want to eat this, right? I want to eat nasi lemak. I eat.
exactly. That's
Yeah, I
it.
eat.
Eat.
Yeah,
There's no
eat.
harm to it.
Because most people they think that you have to eat this healthy stuff so that you can still progress. No, you don't have to. This your if you wanna have a better relationship with your food, right? You have to think one it as a fuel for you. It is a fuel for you. The food is fuel. So think in that
Yeah.
way, that most of the things will change. And if you want to eat that ice cream or that chocolate, yes, go ahead, have it. The more you restrict, the more cravings you will have. The more cravings you have, and at one
And
point
you're gonna
you'll
binge
break.
like shit.
You're going to binge.
You're gonna
At one point you're going to binge. I'm definitely tell you you're going to binge. So this is why you don't
had
restrict.
that so many bloody times.
Until now, even if okay, the last time I ate ice cream. Ice cream I eat, I think I love chocolates. I really do love chocolates. I do love chocolate to eat. But it's been like 2 weeks I ate a chocolate bar. Like I ate the chocolate bar 2 weeks ago. So now if I feel like want to eat tomorrow, right, I'll go and buy and want to eat. You know why? Yeah, because if I didn't eat 2 weeks ago, for a few after weeks, I might have more cravings on it and I might binge it at one point.
Yeah. I remember, bro, even during prep also, right? You will say, I'll come to the gym and then you'll have a packet of curry pub and all that in front of you.
Wait,
I'll be
wait.
like, bro, like சாப்பிடணும்னு தோணுச்சு அதான் சாப்பிடுறேன்.
Oh yeah, I was eating during competition prep. Yes, I remember. I
Yeah.
was I was eating curry puff, donut for my
Yes.
lunch for my tea break.
All from the stall in front of that, in front
Yeah,
that jalan there.
I didn't strict. I was still losing fat, but I was
Yeah.
eating. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was eating that food. Like during tea break, I'll go there and then I'll buy some kueh and then I'll eat. But obviously, I don't do that every day.
Yes.
Is that one point I felt like eating it and then I go and buy some and then I get some. That's how it is, guys. Like you don't restrict yourself with
Yeah.
your foods.
It's the same thing we tell our clients, and that's why our clients are able to make changes.
If yeah,
It's because we don't restrict them of
to
their liking.
carries a lot. Yeah. Because and especially with obesity, yeah, if you want to work on the obese, like with obesity people, you have to be like never restrict food.
Yes.
Yeah. I might say something that all the trainers all the trainers are saying that you have to eat healthy to lose fat, but I'm saying that don't eat healthy or I'm not saying that you cannot eat high nutritious food or anything. Just don't restrict. I'm saying not don't restrict food because you need to practice.
It's
You need to
understandable. Yes.
you need to practice habit first. Yeah,
implementing
implementing.
all these things into your dieting so that you can be sustainable. You
You
want
can.
it to be there forever, and so you
Yeah.
need something that can actually be implemented in your diet.
It's like, guys, I'm telling you guys, this is going to be forever thing. It's going to be until your graveyard. Your
You know
body.
that movie dialogue, ஒரு தடவை கத்துக்கிட்டாக்கா வந்து
Yeah,
நம்ம சாவோம் கீழே போடவே முடியாதுன்னு ரொம்ப டைலாக் வருவேன்
you are
அது
bringing you're bringing this body until your graveyard, like end of life. You're bringing this body. If you want to do it in a long term consistently, you have to know what is sustainable for you. You have to practice better relationship with your food, especially like yeah, obesity people. Yes, we can understand that obviously you cannot change your food pattern that fast, or you cannot move very fast. You cannot do intense workout. No one asking you to do intense workout very fast.
go for a walk.
Go for a walk. Go for a walk first, and then start doing weight slowly, slow jog. If you're going to push yourself very fast in early stages of your fat loss journey, it's going to tax you a lot, and not everyone makes it out of it. Some makes it, like some don't. Some of them like give up in middle. Not everyone makes it. So that's what I am simply suggest you. Don't do it. Don't do it fast. Like take it slow. Take your own time.
Challenge yourself in a matter of seconds. You
Yeah.
don't have to challenge yourself in a matter of like say if you're going for a walk, right? If you're able to finish 1 km in 20 minutes, it's still a start. It's still a damn good start as long as you start. After that, try to finish that 1 km in 19 minutes or 19 and a half minutes. Great. It's still progress. Any number of seconds that you can shave off is still progress. You don't have to shave off 5 minutes. Oh, this guy is doing 1 km in just 10 minutes. I need to be able to do that 1 km in 10 minutes. No. You are your own person, and trying to compete with someone else is it's going to completely shatter you.
Yeah.
So take your time, compete with
I
yourself,
I
and
remember today morning I went to for jog, right.
hmm,
So what I did was I went to jog. I know my endurance level is very low since I started to bulk and everything. The endurance level is very low. I know that. I know that
yeah,
I like, okay. I started jogging, then slowly I plan to do a 2 round. This is a very big taman, like very big. So I plan to do 2 rounds. And so the first round I wanted to run without stopping, like even the slow jog lah. So without even I reached the
uh,
first round, like I finished like 80%, but 20% I still cannot go. So I walked. Then I walked for a while, and then I start jogging again, and I walk, start jogging again. So that happened. But during that rounds, right, I saw this one uncle. I saw him 3 times. In that 2 round, I saw him 3 times. That means he's faster than me.
it's faster than you.
That means he's faster than me. No, not me who is the fast one. He is the fast one.
He
I'm
is the
pretty,
fast one.
I'm pretty sure I'm not the fast one. I'm pretty sure I'm not the fast one. He is the fast one. So what I did was I felt like I didn't feel like, oh, I'm slow. No, but yeah, I thought that uncle is an inspiration for me. At that moment, I didn't think that, oh, I'm slow. Everyone else is faster than me. No, because I know what I've been doing, what was my goal. Like this is not my primary goal. This is just my secondary goal. I just want to have a better cardiovascular endurance. So this is not my main goal. So I felt like I took him as an inspiration for myself at that moment. So most of the people, what is happening is they see people are progressing very well than them, but they are not seeing you are already started. They started few years back already.
Yes,
They
they've been
started,
probably doing it for a much longer time.
yeah. That's right. They might have started earlier than you. They might have started 5 years earlier than you. So if you're going to compare yourself, look in the mirror and then see him and then say, I'm going to beat this fucker one day.
Oh, oh, never.
That's the only thing that you're going to do. That's the only thing that you're going to do. Just see yourself. You beat yourself yesterday. Yesterday you did 1,000 steps. Today you do 1,001 steps.
Yes, that's it. That's
That,
it.
you
Progress
know,
one step. Good enough.
yeah, that's a big thing. People underestimating it.
Yeah.
One
I
step
mean,
per day.
even one wasting, even lifting weights, right? Half rep also is a bloody progress,
Big city.
Lifting that half rep is like, you.
So that's what it is lah. Like obviously you need a lot of time in learning, practicing, building the habit. Start now. You are never too late. Don't think that you're 40 years old or 45 or 50 or obese, but you couldn't do anything about it. Don't think that you're never too late. You can start anytime you want. You can start it
And
at 50 and
please, the ones who are actually obese, right? Please don't undermine yourself saying that, oh my God, I'm too big. I cannot move and all that stuff. Please do not say it because I have seen people who are much bigger in the 120s, 130 kilos, right? Yeah, they may have started with a lot of difficulties, but as they progress, my God, they move so much more better than a lot of athletes. Myself, I'm the trainer, and they move better than I. They like,
this people who is in obesity, they tend to have higher bone density. That's for sure. They have higher bone density, so that also can cause they have more muscle mass compared to a skinny person. If you can be fat, but you might have more muscle mass. You never know. Like you have to like reduce to a certain point, and then you see, oh, I am a
powerlifters,
skinny.
powerlifters.
You can be a power lifter maybe. There's a lot of things that you can do. It's just that you didn't explore yet. That's all. You didn't explore yourself yet. It's going to take some time, but yeah, I can assure you that if you start,
Just start. Yes,
just
please.
start. Yeah, the starting is the problem. I know. We all know that the starting is the problem. But
Starting,
once
starting
you
problem.
start, I tell you, you will never regret it.
Yes, that is true. Just, just take that step of starting. You don't try to research now, because if you're researching now, you're never going to take your step and go for it. Just go for it first, and you will get that. As you go, you will meet people along the way who actually do the same thing as you, and they are probably going to tell you even without you asking them, or
Yeah.
or you're probably going to be able to ask them, and then they will actually show you whether or not it is the best way for you. You don't know, but unless you try, unless you actually implement it in your program, unless you actually implement it, start, you're never going to find out.
So okay, I just received message that there are going to be disturbance in Selangor this afternoon. Unscheduled water distribution in 172 areas in Selangor and Cat from today to further notice.
Ah,
Macam, no water.
ah,
Okay, guys, that's all for today's podcast. I hope you guys get
yep.
some input from this podcast today. Obesity, yes, it can be a DNA, but it's still the choice is in your hand. Want to change it? Change it. Yeah, up to you. Signing off, SK.
Hey, Ruben.